all three are good processors. So that's something that's played really well in our offensive system. So we talk about accuracy, decision making, pocket presence. All three of those guys have it, and we think the competition brings out the best. So we're looking to seeing how that plays out over the next several months.
All right, so let's look at this room now. And you got, I think, a lot of guys that...
He spent so many years playing for Liverpool. He didn't win. Meet White Folks, the deadliest GD in Memphis. Even though he looks like the average stung-out, Unk really has say-so in his city and can get you off with one call. You can tell that he really runs his hood just from watching his hood vlogs. He was alleged to be one of Larry Hoover's main guys and was putting work in the streets for him. White Folks went viral for demanding Trump to pardon Larry, or else he'll take that trip to Washington. He has since grew a following on the internet, but still lets it be known he's ready to crash out and spend the rest of his life locked up with Larry Hoover. Meet White Folks, the deadliest GD in Memphis. Even though he looks like the average stung-out, Unk really has say-so in his city and can get you off with one call. You can tell that he really runs his hood just from watching his hood vlogs. He was alleged to be one of Larry Hoover's main guys and was putting work in the streets for him. White Folks went viral for demanding Trump to pardon Larry, or else he'll take that trip to Washington. He has since grew a following on the internet, but still lets it be known he's ready to crash out and spend the rest of his life locked up with Larry Hoover. Meet White Folks, the deadliest GD in Memphis. Even though he looks like the average...
Shadur Sanders' confidence and ability
You have a viral clip going around, and you say that you feel like you're a nigga. And people...
No, I ain't never said I feel like nothing. I am that I am, and who I ain't, I'll never be.
You're not a nigga. You don't consider yourself a nigga.
I am that I am, and who I'm not, I'll never be. I'm not putting on, I'm not acting. What you see, what you heard is what you get. This is me, wholeheartedly, 100%. And whoever don't believe it or think it, do the research.
You have a viral clip going around, and you say that you feel like you're a nigga. And people...
Why you Halloween already?
And then...
Hold on, bro. Turn around, though, bro. Turn around. Black, yellow, bees and looking at nigga here. Man, that man got a whole shade. He got a whole shade. Why you got a rose on it? Coming up, folks. Because he could one. I don't like that beat, yo. Hey, yo. I don't like that beat. Hey, when I come back, you better be in the cut, bitch. I'ma slap the shit at you. Civil assault. $500 bond.
When they play the GD anthem in the club.
Outskirts of the mound. What it does, man? My long live flipper, baby. Long live flipper.
Like that easy.
Yeah, well, what's up with it, baby? All right? Yeah, hey, baby mama. Hey, man, y'all got some coffee. Is it hot? Hey, excuse me. Is it hot? Okay. You better not be lying either. Get on your ass, this mom move like a navigation system. What it do, baby? Hello, world. Man, hey, if I had your hands, I'd cut my ass out, baby. Man, hey, man, you good, baby? Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get one of these chops over here. I've been checking your ass out on there, baby. See your ass doing your thing. I'm just trying. Hey, I ain't the dog named Ball. I ain't trying to get it off. Outskirts of the mound. Are you coming, bro? Look, you be It's right here, bro. This is upset. You know what I'm saying? Because turning down a happy family. Man, shut up. Shut the fuck up around me. Keep your ass around. Keep telling me this shit.
Hello?
Hey, let me see the phone. Yeah, ain't no joke.
Welcome everyone to Beaver Stadium. Nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. Little gets the football, wide rivalry game. Bars, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be centered on this field.
It's times that he's thrown interceptions. I guess it's times that he's thrown interceptions, and I said, "What was that? What is wrong with you? What was that?" And he walked by. He said, "Look at the tape. Just look at the tape." And I go look at the tape, and someone busted around. I got 2 dope stars from both outside because I know how accurate he is. I'm in one game, a pick down, I think a 5-yard line, whatever. And I'm like, "What? We can't do that. We already have 3. Don't risk that. All the chance." And he went and overthrew the guy. And I'm like, "Man, what is going on?" Check the tape. Center blows up. He's on his back. He rolls over to the quarterback. He can't step in his throat. So we're called sales because he almost got his knee blown out. Never said nothing about it. It's times that I got shit too. Shane had bought Jermaine White for his birthday. Joe Horn's 2 sons. Where are they now? Number 1, J.C. Horn. Born in 1999, J.C. is Joe Horn's younger son and currently serves as the starting cornerback for the Carolina Panthers. He was selected 8th overall in the 2021 NFL Draft, making him the first defensive player chosen that year. Despite early injury setbacks, J.C.'s talent and hard work have paid off. In the 2024 season, he earned his first Pro Bowl selection and, in March 2025, signed a 4-year, $100 million extension with the Panthers, making him the highest-paid defensive back in NFL history. Number 2, Joe Horn Jr. Born in 1994, Joe Horn Jr. is the Nittany Lions brought through the ground, but not before. He attended Northeast Mississippi Community College, where he played wide receiver. Although he didn't make it to the NFL, while his career hasn't reached the heights of his brothers, Joe Horn Jr.
Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Wide receiver coming across in motion.
Chicago Savage that finessed the cartel, which ended up getting him the first way.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was
The emotions and energy can be high all day, guys, because of what this state this late in the season really a must-win for both teams. These are the ones that get your blood. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know, he's ready to take a shot.
A couple months ago,
Throws in the double coverage and it's picked off.
Then
Trying to take it
he was
back.
reported missing. A month later, the police find out four dudes were charged in one of the most
as he gets it all the way
fled
to
back to
the
Mexico. The
44-yard
court
line.
sentenced him to life in
And on this
prison
opening
despite him
drive, the
being there.
offense
Fast
trying to be
forward 4
aggressive,
years later,
attacking deep down the field.
back to Chicago.
But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. We're able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Sure. I thought
We give to the back.
in the second round. But it's been
On
2
the
rounds.
ground at the 30. A
Let's
huge
do it.
gain on that one before he
Let's keep
ran
the
out of
van,
bounds,
but
and
this
he has the
the
first
thing
down.
about the numbers.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
And really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong. It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So, which
Touchdown, Ohio State! What a grab and go for the score.
coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive play. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
I had a stepfather who was somewhat Berkeley Black colleges and universities.
Abdul Carter, and you go back in.
Here they'll start this drive at their own 25.
I tell him for my dirt, man.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Man,
Again, you'll be right here beside me. You gotta go out. You gotta call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to call this drive.
All the other members of the church looking at him funny. They made him feel uncomfortable. On his way home, his wife nagged at him all the way home. His friends and family members that attend the same church.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6.
Never stepped foot in that church. Later on that night,
The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment.
The glass broke.
He wants to pass it on
He
2nd down.
got up. He thought that they were
Looking
going to come
left.
and attack him.
What a snag by the defense.
Right, they cut yourself.
Looking for the room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The way that we treat other people.
Give to the running back.
Be careful how
Good pick up on that play. He'll bring up 2nd and 4. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice too because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Man, we got to put his own silent in a run in the church. Being served, Pastor stopped and got on him. All the other members of the church.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal.
On his way home, his wife nagged at him.
And they've got him looking run now to pass. And he will get home. And the quarterback goes down at the 17. No frills goonies, but
I like that white with the black helmet, black pants. This is hot.
And we are linebacker year. We 5 linebackers year after year that get after the quarterback that are so athletic, just straight play.
Deion Sanders 3x5s. Where are they now?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Positive co-parenting relationship with Deion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Deion married Pilar Biggs in 1999, and they divorced.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Particularly expressing joy and support when Shadur was selected for the 2025 NFL Draft. Number 3, Tracy Edmonds. Deion started dating Tracy Edmonds.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
But they announced their breakup in December 2023. In their split statement, Tracy emphasized that the decision was mutual.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Where are they now? Number 1, Carolyn Chambers. Deion Sanders married Carolyn Chambers in 1989, and they divorced in 1998. They have 2 children together, Deandra Sanders and Deion Sanders. Despite their divorce, Carolyn maintains a positive co-parenting relationship with Deion.
The Giants going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this year, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. this Buckeye defense. This is not all flash and score around here.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
They have 3 children.
Shiloh
Sanders, Shadur Sanders, and Shalomi Sanders.
He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
It's complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams believe this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Tracy Edmonds. Deion started dating Tracy Edmonds in 2012. Got engaged in 2013.
Use the play fake. Now
they
the throw.
announced their breakup in December 2023.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
3x5.
It's a nice job to the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that flick, but he did get the first down. And the Nittany Lions moved the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Shiloh Sanders, Shadur Sanders, and Shalomi Sanders. Pilar
Looking
is
to
very
move it through
active
the
in
air.
supporting her children's sports club.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
Guys, this winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about
Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside zone 5. And the returner will be brought down. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll ride the running back and lead it with it. Tried to move that pile forward. Maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is name the faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. all throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why he's important. That's why he's playing Shaq out of their
I'm trying to grade right there, but he's on my phone. I just got the phone on. I ain't trying to talk to nobody. I'm trying to hit my new. I ain't been talking to my cheap but what's missing? I don't even know how to tell you that. I'm thinking she finna say she pregnant or some cheap.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Go, yeah, yo. Now we found out his house. It was right here, man. While he was in jail.
And I just got that phone literally. I swear to God, man. Sleeping. I'm out like 4 in the morning. I'm trying to grade right there, but he's blowing my phone up. I just got the phone on, so I ain't trying to talk to nobody. I'm trying to hit my new. I ain't been talking to my cheap, but what's missing? I don't even know how to tell you that. I'm thinking she finna say she pregnant or some cheap. Hey, no, she's finna break my heart like this. I can see every day. Chucky at a car wash before it's here. Man, shut up. I mean, ignore it. I ain't even respond to her. You don't know what you're talking about. The news sound like a mistake. But you know, my brother's cool. I'm
the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Like, oh, that J.O. He act like that. It get harder for my city.
The give out of the gun. Isaac Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point in the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets a block. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back home.
That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
People think Central C should end his rapping career after posting this video, because when he was spotted at a calisthenics park, out of nowhere, he jumped onto the pull-up bar and started doing muscle-ups.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next count. Wide receiver shows motion.
I'm going to tell you this, man.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Complete in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his line.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10
at one of the greatest NFL coaches, and he's a black man, and he's been the coach for the Steelers for over a decade. He said that everything was going to push through. Great workout, great conversation. But their biggest factor is the Dion factor. And their biggest factor is that Shador has never been coached by no one but his dad, man. And like they said in the NFL, the National Football League, you ain't going to be able to throw no tantrum tantrums and get your way, man. And they said that they glad that he got drafted. They wish him no bad harm. But their franchise was not going to be the project child of the Sanders family. And why Dion bash him online and he gotta go prime time like he do when his child don't get the, the shine that he think he gonna get. But the Cleveland Browns gonna find out, and everybody's screaming about the Cleveland Browns, but the Cleveland Browns got him at a
He'll
chance.
bring it back from inside his
But dude ain't gonna go out there and be the number one quarterback and the starter that he think he gonna be. And as soon as he sit on that bench for about 4-5 months, dude gonna go out there and he gonna cry online on his behalf. His daddy gonna cry online, talk about why the Browns ain't doing it.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
Leaves it with the running back. Jumped on top of the pile.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on second and long? You stink, OC.
Browns ain't doing this, but they ain't doing that.
Yes, nice job. Keep the manageable third down situation. Good call. So a tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the
No one realized the one thing he said before the draft actually came true. Travis Hunter experienced a major disappointment during the NFL draft. One of the top-rated quarterbacks on the board ultimately became a pawn in a bigger game. When the Jaguars announced they were selecting Travis, his expression dropped. Though he tried hard to keep smiling, he couldn't hide his disappointment. Just moments before, he had a real shot at putting on that iconic orange helmet and showing off his skills. But instead, he was picked by a team that went 4-13 last season. No wonder he felt let down. In an interview before the draft, Travis warned teams not to make a mistake. Unfortunately, from his perspective, that mistake happened. From the Browns' perspective, they had their eyes on Mason Graham at number 5 to strengthen their defensive line, and they also landed a first-round pick for next year. Objectively, that's a solid trade, except for what it cost Travis Hunter. Still, fans weren't happy. They believe the Browns passed on a generational talent, a back-to-back Best Player winner, a Heisman Trophy recipient, and a record breaker, all for a gamble on next year's first. No wonder Travis...
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He lets that one in nicely.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver, run the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for easy completion.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down
Play
territory.
next
Here's
to
third
between
and
your.
short.
Think about most of it.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return.
They were like, what happened to what the chick?
Roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing the ball last time, Jesse.
Yeah, the coach did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to calm him down to go out and refocus.
Shout out to Jimmy Horn Jr. Dante Wester, real Florida boys, man. I got a real fond and love and respect for them, and but really for all of them. But Jimmy,
After picking up
I love
a couple
Jimmy.
at 2nd and 8.
Let me pop, you feel me?
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that. Just throw on the carry.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's kind of rallied to the football. We got to run the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense. Getting the quarterback, making the play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. Strikes the blow. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Carolina Panthers. They were like, what happened to you?
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't do it any from now in the today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7.
It's to the point now where you're like, hey, man,
For now,
all right, y'all got to
you
stop.
fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see right here.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything.
Like, but just look, this ain't good. This
Just for the video, can you flip this table real quick?
And those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about. Those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much. Very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple.
Lawrence
Being
Taylor, to
traditional,
use his
running
number,
the football.
I think he's out of line even asking that question, in my opinion. I think he's completely out of line to ask that question. What say you?
Went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it
Yeah,
drawn
I
up.
think it was interesting. Share a little story with you. We gotta stop with this narrative. Like the things that
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the catch. They got him free for a big gain.
You're not getting the water, we just... You're not getting the water, we just had the first drill. That's how you feel? We get water, we ain't even done with the first drill. Let's go. That's how it is in Colorado, though. That's what it's like for a 9-million man. I'm down. I didn't have water. I was regenerating. I can breathe. I need to. When King's on was key. I hope you're not getting the water, we just had the first drill. That's how you feel? We get water, we ain't even done with the first drill. Let's go. That's how it is in Colorado, though. That's what it's like for a 9-million man. I'm down. I didn't have water. I was regenerating. I can breathe. Let's go. I need to.
When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all
out on the ground.
so many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away easy stuff.
He tried to snatch Rondo off Jake of his neck, but even though Vaughn was badly hurt, he used the last bit of strength to hold Rondo down and protect his team. That's when Vaughn's friend, Mo, stepped in. He punched Rondo in the face, knocking him to the ground and saving Vaughn. After the incident, Rondo was asked what he was trying to do with Vaughn.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
There's another setup. During the 2nd and 3rd rounds of the NFL draft on Friday night, Shedder thought he was receiving a call notifying him of being selected by a team. However, to his surprise, it turned out to be a prank call from Jax when Shedder was finally selected by the Cleveland Browns in the 5th round. At the 144th pick, Jax's expression immediately turned upward as he realized that he would face 3 forms of retaliation from Shedder. Firstly, although Jax had already publicly apologized to Shedder and hoped for forgiveness, Shedder didn't respond. An NFL staff member revealed that Shedder would use his connections to get Jax fired from his position as a running back at Berry College. Secondly, Jax's father, Jeff, personally admitted that he was the mastermind behind this cruel joke. Shedder's father, Diane, has already contacted the league office and requested that the Atlantic Falcons fire Jeff from his position as the defensive coordinator. Finally, Shedder not only restricted Jax's chances of entering the NFL during the
truth behind Lean Belly's will make you never see the sleep.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead. He hurls one down the left side.
Fullback, protect the side. Rotate.
If the girl said I want 10, Shannon Sharp did try to settle for at least $10 million. Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? The guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on them. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
That's asking about college.
Yeah, him right there. Real. Yeah, they're worth a lot of money. You know how the guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. He was like, 10 is my 10. You gotta put in your number, please.
Wide out in motion.
10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long.
He makes the connection. There's a
This
timeout
has
call.
absolutely nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders at this point. This is about the brand that Dad Deion Sanders created. I don't like that Shedeur has to be the one that suffers, but the reality of this is Deion was an all-time great athlete. Deion could talk a good game and back it up. You can literally throw him on one side of the field and not worry about that side of the field for the whole game. Shedeur's a really good prospect, but he's not a can't-miss all-time level prospect like that. And what's happening right now is the NFL is sending a loud message to Deion. Your son ain't you, and y'all brand that y'all created over the last 30 years because of your famous success, it's just
too big. Think about it. In the second, third round, even if you didn't have a first-round grade on Shador, getting him in the latter, second, third round is a lick. But the teams are like, we don't even want the lick because dealing with the family is too much. The brand is too much. Dion every week with Colorado doing interviews about his son at the NFL level, they humbled Dion. This has absolutely nothing to do with Shador. This has absolutely nothing to do with Johnny Sosa don't tricked it out, fucked it up. And now he gotta tell Jimmy how he fucked it up. What? He ain't never tell Jimmy how he fucked it up. He fucking Jimmy house, took his neighbor had bad luck. See, Jimmy had 2 bricks hidden in the kitchen. But Johnny went for the safe and thought he had the chicken. Damn. Nothing in the safe for the gun and the birth certificate. See, when you in this dope game, you can't trust that. Yo! Bro!
Meet Philly's biggest crash dummy, Lil Scattered. This YN broke out of jail to catch more hats. He was charged with more hats.
So the feds put up me about pop-up shop. But it was cool though. It ain't was no trouble. Then all of a sudden, my man right here started eyeing my shot. He got to asking all these questions. Who made these brushes? You? Yes, sir. These are AIC Silver Premium Wave brushes.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of games, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Rolls his way forward.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC are very happy with the decision to pull that. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing that...
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.
I ain't gonna lie, if I was alive right now, me and Vaughn probably be going back and forth with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite option. Like, my DM. The Philadelphia Eagles were Jalen Hurts in the AFC. Would he be able to have gotten to the Super Bowl as many times? Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or even Joe Burrow. That's must-see TV, right? Yes. Must-see TV in the NFC. I remember my only go around. To say I was heartbroken, I didn't win. Vulnerably speaking, I cried. You got a second opportunity at this. What's your mentality going into this game? Focus. Focus and finish. I can relate to you on that, not the crying.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Why did Abdul Carter deliberately ignore Maxwell Harrison?
Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls
at the NFL draft. Maxwell Harrison
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And that pressure just engulfed him, and it's sacked for this defense.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It's complete.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He will step out of bounds, but not before the pick up and a first down for this offense.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now,
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. And they add 6 more to the road and trip them out.
this offense new coming into the season is so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level. And He's showing it
business
here.
element
Last carry,
behind the
this is
scenes
his
that you
10th
gotta
rushing
have to
touchdown
be
of the
proud
season.
of. You also gotta be business and understand.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secured the football.
And that is why they're called the hamstring people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Very clear advice for the way they handled it. This evaluation of where they were at, pre-draft stuff. Yet
here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And the Buckeyes in the hurry up.
And it takes the chip on his shoulder at 144. And
They'll run it again. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Who knows? But it's a perfect system to showcase in training camp
Leaves it with the back.
If it gets a shot to play, and an
He's now up
opportunity
to
arises
58
somewhere
yards
else,
on
they
the
will
ground,
get
and
the
that
best
magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Hand off from the gun.
Excessive, right?
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Yes, he may be.
And that is just an attitude run, running
He
it
did
right
torture that nigga.
right into the teeth of that defense.
The Buckeyes
Still
are
winning this
marching
game?
down the field.
We got on this bitch.
Quickly complete.
Y'all rocking, but you doing your thing. That's a touchdown. They ain't give it to him?
But they're in business here with a first down.
And this offense is just so
Bro, he
dynamic
fell in
because
the
they got
end zone.
playmakers
You
in
better
all
fucking
the skill
challenge
positions,
that.
right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal.
Marble. Captain Marble.
Sticks it in his belly.
Captain Marble, he gonna sidestep on Hezzy. He gonna hit him with the Hezzy foot Hezzy. Remember Hezzy?
They've extended this lead.
You know it.
Sometimes in a rivalry,
Remember Hezzy?
you get down and you fight
Your
back
runner,
that
your
much
big ass
harder.
fullback just did the Hezzy for Hezzy.
And crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Yes, he may be. Yes, he got drafted.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one,
Good
at this point
tackle.
now, they
Is
need
that
the
boy
quarterback
Lau?
to play his best football. He's going to have to make
Yep.
it really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And
Give me that.
throws another interception.
Frustrated.
Touchdown, Ohio State. What a great play by the defense and paid off with the interception return.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback size, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Let's get a linebacker in the league.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out.
RJ Hart.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way.
Thank you,
It's
Mel.
a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got room to work. Can anyone catch him? Running inside the 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there.
This nigga in the 3rd trying to get this back. That corner out open, promise you.
Here in the second half, Jesse.
Get that boy that ball.
Dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And they bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. To the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative throw.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
When you're a defense, stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little more aggressive.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Fast motion from the offense. But jet sweep pass. Touchdown Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Fires to the right. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, but they've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 56, Penn State 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Here's the handoff. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Oh, he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about me. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll run it from the gun. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Second down coming up. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all of the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Firing to the right, complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
63, Penn State, 35.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It's complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They want to just keep throwing it. Gets it out fast. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And this quarterback now is thrown for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success, just chewing up yards left and right.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. On first down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They want that clock to run.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wide receiver shows motion. On third down, going up top. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some. Oh, he wants it all. Fires into a whirl of traffic and it's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They made third down on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Steps away. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like you sometimes get overzealous, sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check.
What was the final?
Bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation.
You done your recruiting over here too, right? Like I'm done. I ain't going after nobody else.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Yeah, y'all handle business on the road too. That's big.
Yeah, defense on me this time. We played the transfer guy I got, Randy Colty, that motherfucker,
4 L. Yeah.
Fournette had 2.
Net, stay picking shit off.
Yeah, RJ had the pick 6, we saw that. Kobe had 1. 4 shots from Gallagher. Still had 1 and a half. It's 1 o'clock at night, man.
What time is it?
12:45.
I'm about to hit this league too. You got work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Did you bowl tonight?
Yeah, last week.
This nigga played in 6 games. Fuck. I went through the schedule one more time. ACC, straight. Oh shit.
Oh, 87 speed. No. You out of here, bro. You too slow. 96. Oh, he didn't turn green. Damn. 96 term commit. Nope. I got that 91 speed. Wow, that.
Are you just looking at your players, or you got niggas you doing points to?
Oh no, this is in Game of Thrones.
Homecoming? Oh, Game of Thrones.
I'm literally done recruiting.
Alright, yeah, I just ain't want. I'm about to hit this shit.
From Texas, 6'5" physical.
I'm done recruiting too, but I ain't going after nobody.
6'5" physical. 91 speed. What's acceleration? 87. So big and slow. Still gonna get my offer. That's 35 players. Dang. I don't know what I got coming back though, or what I lost. I don't know this team. Okay. I still got Richard Young. Shit. Ryan Williams. And this nigga Jalen Hill fast as shit. God damn. Oh shit, look at this nigga Jaron Hamilton. Rico Scott. Oh my god. Greg Talbot. And O-line some trash. Oh my god. Yeah, I missed everything over here.
That shit too easy over there. I had 62 niggas was first on my board, bro.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of niggas that was first. That's why I had to stop at 35. Every nigga that's on my board is #1 interest. Then that corner. Oh shit, I'm stacked at safety. And kicker. Oh, I need to bring in the kicker. I have room for a kicker. I'll do that later.